Okay, well, Mark gets a lot of phone calls from customers, and they call in and say, "Hey, I need an advice. I'm looking for something specific, or I need an advice on what to purchase." And if it's a Ford, they mention Jorge Lopez, so I'm the contact for Mark Collin and the Matchmaker Auto, and he sometimes gets a phone number, and if he does, then he sends the referral over to me. And I immediately try to call the customer and try to get contact with them. I try to do my due diligence, and I've been here for 18 years, and I know that customer satisfaction is key. You know, you will buy or not buy, I believe, depending on the contact, depending on the person, on the sales consultant that you get. I mean, no matter how many vehicles a dealership might sell, if your contact, if the salesperson is not up to par, then no matter who you are, you're not buying. The customer's not buying from you. So I take pride in making sure that I contact immediately as soon as I get an incoming referral and answer any questions that the listener might have. Try to be as transparent as possible and honest and give them as much information as they require. Obviously, set up an appointment with them. I mean, that is key, and the closing ratio on a set appointment is really, really high. So that is something that we definitely need to do, is set up an appointment. Customer comes in, everybody here knows what the process is on making sure that the listener comes back to me. I do have a few assistants or coworkers that help me out in case I am too busy, but I always want to make sure that I introduce myself to them, and if I am busy, then I have somebody already set aside to help me. But customer service is something that I pride myself in, and you mentioned my brand, but you know, I try to give back as well. I have a YouTube channel. I have over 180 videos on it, and I have how-to videos, you know, walk-around videos as well, that I actually send links to the customers after the sale. Why? Because sometimes, you know, the customer might have a question about something, and he or she might have already forgotten about what we discussed on the delivery. So I send them the links and make sure that they know, you know, their equipment, their options, their features on their cars. So I just try to do my part in making sure that the customer is well informed and is taken care of after the sale too. A lot of these listeners are really educated, and you know, after Mark Collins advised, they know pretty much what they're wanting. They do their research, and they make my job easy, actually. So they come in and say, you know, Jorge, I'm looking for a King Ranch 2-wheel drive with an EcoBoost engine. So it makes my job easy. They're easy to work with, but one of the things that I really love is that when we set up an appointment, they're always on time, almost to the second. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I've been doing this for 18 years, so I've set up tons of appointments, even before Matchmaker Auto was in effect. And I can tell you that we made a lot of appointments, and we were 30 minutes late or an hour late, and it was like nothing. But these Matchmaker Auto listeners are really awesome for keeping appointments. The more exposure that a listener gets, the better it is for everybody. So yes, I have them on my business cards. I have a evidence manual here that has the logos on there. Obviously around the dealership we have logos. In my office we have logos that show and portray the Matchmaker Auto brand. The signature is very important to have the logo on there, obviously, because they want to make sure that they're dealing with a certified dealer that represents Mark Collin and the Matchmaker Auto. So at the bottom at the signature, I definitely have the logos. And because the email is the #1 communication off the bat, that is key. That is very important. It's rewarding. It's profitable if it's worked correctly and with the right process in mind and in place. Then it would be a win-win for everybody.
Matchmaker Auto.